These are killers, man.
CT killers, right?
Y'all ain't gotta go nowhere. We finna get some McDonald for we ain't on there with y'all. Y'all good? These no limbs, man. These are no limbs. Damn, why you back there? It don't work here. Where you going? It don't work here.
Go back there. You don't work there.
We ain't no silver top for y'all good, shorty. Shorty, y'all good. We finna get some McDonald, shorty. Right now. Say
what? Say it. Hey, ain't no unzipping enough.
Say what?
Shorty, say it. Don't be scared, little fuck. Don't be scared, little fuck.
Oh, shit. Damn, bro. He like he just broke your jaw, little fuck. What you came out turned up?
Damn, go fresh. We done, like that, man.
I wanted some Mickey D's, bro.
Do try, don't do, man. Let's go.
Hey, man, cut those KTS, man.
What up, Lil G?
What's up, little girl?
I see that they just sent me that page, but you and dude sneak this on me.
Who sneaked this?
That you in that video goofy. Hey, hold on, listen. They just said you just said that that's the only shit I'm known for. I want you to stamp it on one of your homies. I ain't trying to be disrespectful, none of that shit.
Man,
I want you to stamp it on one of your homies that you ain't never heard no. I want you to stamp it on. Listen. I'm gonna
put this on my homies on Cutthroat Gang, on the whole gang, every last one. I don't know none gangster shit, no gangster shit about you.
Why you just like that?
I personally don't know no gangster shit.
So you ain't alright. If you ain't never,
alright. So look, check this out.
You ain't never heard no gangster shit about me and nothing at all.
No, don't do that. Stop cutting me off. You just said on live.
I want to hear. Because you just lied.
A man named Lundre Sylvester was leaving the jail. He went by the rap name KTS Dre. He'd just been bailed out, and police say he was ambushed by two men who got out of a vehicle near the jail. Sylvester was shot as many as 64 times and pronounced dead at Mount Sinai.
Ain't no mission, bitch. Get the mission done. Put that on my phone. Squeeze it to the done. Swear never run.
Yeah, that shit. Boy, I gotta play that back. Boy, they just went so crazy.
Hey, stop tweaking, bro.
Them boys just went so crazy on that shit. Then they said they were like they shit, so we gonna tell you for what it's worth.
Cuz say yo
what? I ain't gonna laugh for them. Different. I wish I still talk to the ops on FaceTime and shit. I missed the. I don't be talking to them no more.
When your brother died, you ain't even slide. They be lying. When my brother died, another nigga.
NoLimit Kyro, Big Op, and KTS Drake, man. NoLimit and KTS. So this shit started. This shit go deeper than NoLimit and KTS. NoLimit, Blackstones, KTS, GDs. So you know that shit been going on since Larry Hoover and Jeff Ford. But we over east with this shit. So you know. On the east side, you got NoLimit. Over east, you got Lakeside. Before KTS, it's really Lakeside, you know. KTS was born from Lakeside, you know. So the whole time, you know, NoLimit Kyro, obviously, he NoLimit. KTS Dre, obviously, he KTS the whole time, you know. Dre, he really from Lakeside. You know, there's rumors that he branched off from them and they started their own shit. So, all this shit started when Kyro and Dre was younger. And the whole time, shit been going on before them, but they ended up being like the faces of their generations, like when their generation like got into it. So as far as their generation, you know, and this whole story started, you really gotta go back to the No Lacking videos. The KTS members, they made up some shit called No Lacking Part 1, Part 3, and all this shit where they would walk over into No Limit territory looking for No Limit members, and you know what I'm saying, trying to either shoot them, fight them, record them, beat them up type shit, you know what I'm saying? So the whole time, I believe it was No Lacking Part 3. They was doing, you know, they was going over in the No Limit area, and then, you know, this time they end up spotting some No Limit members. And the whole time, they go over, they see him going to McDonald's. They see Kyro and damn near some of the No Limbs going to the McDonald's. I think Kobe was there, Kyro was there, and some other members was there and shit like that. So boom. No Limit, I ain't gonna lie, No Limit, they kinda got went on right here, you know, like they were shorties and shit like that. So, you know, No Limit see them coming, so they damn near they duck off in the McDonald's and shit like that. And some of the No Limit members were scared, because you know they ass was, you know, running in the back of the McDonald's trying to get away. They was trying to get away from KTS and shit. Kyro was damn near the only one who ain't running in the back. You know, so the KTS members, they took advantage of that shit. They run down on Lil Kyro, you got Bond, Pasto, Dre, and some other members. So they run down on Kyro since he's still up front. They damn near run down on him. He by himself, they deep as hell. Now, where it is, Kyro had a gun on him, but he had it tucked in his sweater type shit. Which is why in the video, you know, you see Kyro looking like he trying to pull, like, unzip his sweater. And then Dre and the KTS members like, ain't no unzipping your sweater, none of that shit. I don't know if they knew that he had, you know, pipe on him the whole time. But, you know, in hindsight, it's probably good that they ain't let him unzip his sweater. But anyway, he don't get a chance to unzip his sweater. They start telling Kyro to say F Rock. You know, Rock is the person that they block named after. They No Limit, but they call that shit Rock Block because, you know, the whole time allegedly, either Bond or Dre slid through No Limit while Herb, Alamo, Rock, Lil Wet, a lot of No Limit members was out there and they let off a tech. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, 4 switches, they had machine gun attacks and shit, you know what I'm saying? Got them ARPs, KL attacks and shit, so boom, they you know them attacks, them shits, you know, it ain't no boom, 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 that boom, 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 like with the attacks and shit, so they come through boom, 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 for them, and just all like Herb get hit, Lil Wet get hit, goddammit, and Alamo and Rock get hit. Now Alamo, he an older No Limit member who probably don't got shit to do with what Shorty them got going on in their generation, but he had his own shit going on in his generation. He No Limit, but he ain't had shit, he ain't had nothing to do with what Shorty them had going on. And you know, Rock and so Alamo get fatally hit, Rock get and Rock get fatally hit, Herb just get hit in the leg, and I think Lil Wet just get hit in the leg type shit. So obviously Herb and Lil Wet survive, but Rock and Alamo they end up dying and shit. So the whole time Dre and them on some shit like say F Rock. His homie Rock who just died, they named the black guy, they want him to say F him. So Kyro, he just sitting there. Kyro on some shit like, y'all tweaking, like what y'all doing? I'm not finna say F my homie, y'all tweaking. So Kyro just not saying it, and then Dre just rocked his ass. On folding them, Dre just rocked his ass, and goddammit, you know, Kyro damn near fell down to the ground and like put his fist up, you know, like Dre knocked him out. On folding them, Dre knocked him out, you know it is what it is. Dre knocked him out, and Kyro just fall to the ground on some shit and just put up his guards while he on the floor, like not trying to get hit again type shit. So, you know, after Dre knocked him out, like some of the No Limits members who damn near ran in the bathroom or damn near ran, you know, ran away from the situation, they damn near come out after the shit done happened already on some shit like they trying to protect Kyro or whatever. But the KTS member Dre and Bond them, they on some shit like, man, we good, bro. We just knocked dude ass out. His homies ran on him. We up out of here. We on they block. We came in they shit, knocked their ass out. You know what I'm saying? They not on none of that shit. So boom, goddamn it. So KTS Dre and them, they leave. You know. So the whole time before they went up in there, either Pasto or one of the other KTS members was on some shit like, get him outside, I'ma pop him. So KTS them, they had a gun on them too. You know. But the whole time, you know, Dre and Bond them, they just knocked Kyro out and they was like, alright, we good with that shit. So boom, they leave, and you know, they knowing that it's deadly war between them, so they knowing like, you know, Shorty them not finna go for that shit, you know, like, alright, whatever, we knocked their ass out, but we can't just be staying over here too much longer after we done did this shit, you know. Like everybody know neither side going, so boom, they get to leaving the shit. And Pasto damn near on some shit like he's still trying to, Pasto or one of the KTS members still on some shit like they still trying to pop him. They still trying to pop him, like they waiting on them to come out. Dre telling them to dead that shit, like, look, bro, we gone. Like, we already did, we finna get up out of here. You know, Dre getting mad at damn near his homies. He getting mad at them like, bro, I just like, what I say, bro? You know what I'm saying? So the whole time, everybody end up moving around, the KTS members end up moving around. Now, you know, for whatever reason, I guess the KTS members got a feeling like, damn, they finna start shooting. So they just start, like, heading back to their hood. And then whole time, you know, it went from walking to running. So they must have got confirmation, like, they finna start shooting. No Limit finna start shooting. So boom, they started running. You know, Lil Von, KTS Von, he recording this shit the whole time. And lo and behold, they was right. You know, both of them, Kyro and them got the blowing. My son Kyro, you know, and any of the other No Limit members, they got the shooting and shit. And, you know, Von, he running, but he still recording, you know. And he like, man, we got choppers. You know, y'all shoot handguns, we got choppers and shit. So boom, that's where the shit really started. You know, so long story short, KTS Dre and them, they get away and shit like that. But that's where the shit really, the real rivalry between Dre and Kyro started. Now, you know, everybody know NoLimit got a member by the name of Mad Max. KTS got a member by the name of KTS Bond. You know, like these was like the most poppin'est people from the each sides and shit at the time. Mad Max for NoLimit and Bond for KTS. Even though a lot of the shit that Bond people gave to Bond that said that Bond did, it was really Dre. It was really Dre doing the shit. But the internet was just attaching it to Bond because he was just, I don't know, his ass was like, he out of nowhere became like the face of KTS. But the whole time, and everybody know Gherbo and Lil Baby, they end up getting, you know, getting the money, you know, getting buzz, getting rich and famous around this time. But the whole time, the war, you know, even though Herb and Baby got rich and famous, the war between NoLimit and KTS, that shit was waging on. So bodies. Like KTS dropping bodies, NoLimit. Like KTS dropping bodies on NoLimit, NoLimit dropping bodies on KTS. You know what I'm saying? Mad Max, he's out there stretching shit. Like Mad Max is like the number that people associate with Mad Max name is 16. They said he caught 16 bodies. You know, so his ass, you know, NoLimit had a monster on their side who was just killing. You know what I'm saying? So the whole time, you know, this is a person that Kyro came up under. Like this the person that Kyro was looking up to, and then they learn from and shit like that. So boom, Kyro getting his hands dirty, Dre getting his hands dirty, everybody doing shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, most of the shit that Von did, most of the shit that people say Von did, Dre is the one who really did it type shit. Alright, so boom, like I said, Mad Max, he was like the most notable face on this side, and to the people on the outside looking in, Bond was like the most notable face on this side. So boom, it finally come down to the point, it finally come down to the point where Mad Max end up getting up with Von. Mad Max ended up killing Bond. So now Dre brother gone, you know, the end of an era. Like Bond ass, he was popping on the rap side. He got the song Kill to Survive. He got the song Street Life. You know, so Bond ass, you know, he had a whole little buzz and shit. But Mad Max ended up killing him. You know, RP Mad Max, he gone and all this shit. Mad Max ended up killing him and shit like that. So now KTS, they damn near feel like they just lost one of their biggest losses and shit like that. So boom. Now come the time for Mad Max, you know, to lose his life. So, you know, a person by the name of Big Lakeside, he ended up getting up with Mad Max and ended up killing Max. And Max ended up, you know, he ain't just stand over and like it wasn't DOA with Max. Like Bond, it was DOA. But with Max actually made it to the hospital and survived for a few days. And the few days that he was surviving, he actually ended up giving a confession on the person who killed him. That's, you know, Hell Rare from Lakeside. Ended up, you know, he say that Hell Rare, Big Lakeside, the person who did it. So he ended up getting bumped. Big Lakeside Rail, he ended up getting bumped. And for whatever reason, he only ended up doing like 5 years for the murder and shit. He home right now, he doing DJUs and all type of shit. So, alright, Max gone, biggest person from NoLimit gone, and Bond gone, KTS Bond, damn near the biggest person from KTS gone. Now brings in little Big Op, like NoLimit Kyro. So, NoLimit Kyro jumped off the porch at like 14. But before we talk about Kyro jumping off the porch, we gotta talk about how he got sculpted into what he got sculpted and made into what he got made into. So NoLimit Kyro, dad was also from NoLimit, you know. So Lil Kyro grew up with a lot of hatred in his heart for KTS because a member by the name of Rio, KTS Rio, ended up killing NoLimit Kyro dad. So the whole time, you know, Kyro grew up hating KTS, hating his heart that they killed his dad type shit. So, when Kyro got of age, he ended up getting up, allegedly, according to the streets, he ended up, you know, getting up with Rio. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know KTS Rio died. You know, all this shit alleged. Chirac rumors. Pay attention to the top of these rumors. So just take this, you know what I'm saying? So boom. According to the streets, allegedly, Big Op got up with the person who killed his dad, which was KTS Rio. So now he done got revenge for his dad or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He avenged his dad and he a part of the NoLimit war. He damn near, you know what I'm saying, just gained some rank, you know what I'm saying, gained the name off that shit. And it's on some personal shit like, dude killed my dad. And he rapping. And he one of the main faces from KTS. So boom, Big Op, get Rio up out of here. You know? On some personal shit. So boom. Now we move on to Lil. Now Dre still out here. You know what I'm saying? Dre and Rio was damn near, you know, on songs together, you know, like they two real faces from KTS that's damn near out here doing shit and people knowing like, man, shorty them, they, you know, they damn near the faces for that shit. Like they is like, you know, KTS, that's they shit. KTS Dre, KTS Rio. So Big Op, get out Rio out the way. That's damn near a big ass name as far as the KTS shit. Dre the biggest name, but Rio, Von was the biggest name. Max got him out the way. Rio was damn near another big name, you know, from KTS. Big Op get him out the way. Now Dre is like the biggest name from that shit, from the whole KTS. He like the leader. He like the leader of KTS, you know what I'm saying? So boom. Now, so alright, Big Op get Rio out the way, you know, avenge his dad and gain the name for, you know, as far as there's no limit shit is concerned. Now we talking about Lil Greg. We talking about No Limit Lil Greg. That's the person that Gherbo was crying on a Chicago interview platform about. I think he was on there with Lil Greg dad and shit. Like, Herb was on some shit like, it's my fault he died, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he died because of me type shit, you know, so, you know, and then all the No Limits love Greg, bro. Like, he's one of the original members who wasn't really on shit as far as the gangster shit. He get money in the streets, sell drugs and all that shit, pretty boy type shit, got all the females and shit, but he an original No Limit member, even though he ain't with the shoot 'em up bang bang shit himself. He original No Limit member, so when the shit happened to him, all of the No Limits was in, they was like infuriated, they was outraged, like they was ready to crash behind this shit. So, and everybody know, before we even talk about that shit, everybody know, you know, Lil Wet went to jail for them 4 bodies. God damn it, you know, Lil Wet dad ended up getting killed. Even though Lil Wet beat it, you know, we gotta throw this shit up in here. Lil Wet dad ended up getting killed, you know, allegedly by shooter cells from Black Mob. And Lil Wet was just so mad, he didn't care, you know what I'm saying? He was just on so much bullshit that his dad died. In less than 24 hours, he went to 75th and caught 4 bodies. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly, him and Mad Max, you know what I'm saying? You know, they caught all 4 bodies and shit like that behind his big, like, No Limit Lil Wet dad, Big Wet, getting killed. So, like, Lil Wet already was, you know what I'm saying, had a name, but he instantly became, like, damn near one of the main big dogs just overnight. You know, he already had rank, but then him doing that shit, and mind you, the streets, you know what I'm saying, like, the law ain't, you know, like, they put it all on him. You know, Max ain't never get grabbed and none of that shit. That's why they love Lil Wet so much. Because it's like, Lil Wet, you know, if he would have just folded under pressure, you know, he could have just said, like, man, Max did it too. And then they would have grabbed Max. But Lil Wet just stayed quiet that whole time and just dealt with what came with it. Herb damn near was putting the money, because that's Herb's little cousin. Herb putting the money to make sure he beat the case and all this shit. And then, you know, at the end of the day, the lawyers, you know, came to the conclusion that they ain't have enough evidence, and after like a little while or whatever, like a year, 2 years or whatever, they let him go. You know what I'm saying? Lil Wet come home off 4 bodies. You know, he came, you know, off 4 bodies ain't snitching nothing. He came home the top. He came home the top. You know what I'm saying? You know, so instant big dog overnight, like on them all the clout, like, you know, the whole No Limit champion him, like he the guy, the No Limit after that shit. So, now, the Lil Greg shit, like I said, Lil Greg, he's one of them original members. All the No Limit members loved him and shit like that. Even though he wasn't no killer, none of that shit, he one of the originals. So, for that, for his era, you know what I'm saying? Herb, Kyro, shit like that. So, when the shit happened to Lil Greg, the whole No Limit, they was outraged. They was ready to crash. And if you let the streets tell it, the streets gonna merge. That's Dre work. You know what I'm saying? Dre end up, you know, he end up like, Lil Greg end up getting killed in a barbershop. Somebody walked in the barbershop, shot him right in the head in front of everybody. So boom, the streets gonna merge. That Dre, the one who walked up in that barbershop and killed Lil Greg. So let's go in order. Goddamn it, Rock, Alamo. Then you got, you know, they say that Bond did that shit. Then you got, they say Bond did that shit. Then you got Mad Max going on his rampage. And one of the people that was part of Mad Max rampages was Bond. So Rock, Alamo by Bond. Bond get took out by Max. Max get took out by Hell Rail. Rio get took out by Big Op. Big Wet get took out by Shooter Shells. 4 members on 75th get took out by Lil Wet and Mad Max, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? Lil Greg get took out by Dre. Now this brings us to the Kyro, Big Op, and Dre situation. So Lil Greg get took out by Dre. Like I said, the whole No Limit is out they body behind this Greg shit because Greg, a lot of people don't know Greg, he called for help. He seen a KTS affiliate in the barbershop and called to try to get some reinforcements, and they damn near ignored this shit. But the KTS affiliate called when he seen Greg, and KTS ain't ignored his call. And they came up there, and Greg was still up there, and they killed Greg. So, you know, that shit blew No Limit like, damn, you called us for help, and we brushed you off, and you got killed. So they took it even more personal. And then once they found out that Dre did it, they went to all lengths to get Dre. And this is probably why, like, the shit was so, like, everybody know how the shit happened to Dre. The shit happened on some, like, risking it all type shit, in front of the police type shit, right in front of the, so, you know, that you can damn near chalk that shit up to why they just risking it like that, because they was so blue by like, damn, they let they homie call for help, and they brushed him off, and his ass got killed, so they took it personal. So when it came down to the person who did it, they was willing to risk anything to get him for that shit, you know, because they felt messed up about what they did. They feel like they let Greg down, so now they finna risk it all type shit. So like I said, all the No Limit members loved it, Greg. So like I said, Kyro, he come from up under Max. So everybody know he willing to risk it all, and then he already got. So it's like 3 things why Kyro is like built for this shit. For one, he come from up under Max. For two, his personal vendetta with Dre, for Dre knocking his ass out a long ass time ago and embarrassed him on the internet. That video viral. Embarrassed him in front of the world. And for three, the Lil Greg shit. Like, y'all, you killed Greg. Like, that's my, you know what I'm saying? That was my homie. You know what I'm saying? Original No Limit member from our era. And his ass, you know, he called for help. And he wasn't even no killer. And you know what I'm saying? Y'all killed him and shit. So it's like, those are three reasons why, Kyro is like, yeah, you know, he built for this type of situation as far as, like, how the shit happened. You know, and then Big Op, like I said, everybody love him, including Big Op. And then, you know, Big Op, he come under Kyro. Like, Kyro come under Max. Big Op come up under Kyro, like Kyro raised Big Op type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like Big Op dad died for this shit, and Big Op damn near got to avenge their dad behind this shit on some No Limit shit and on some personal shit. You know, so like Big Op is like Kyro's personal project. He taught him everything. Like Max taught Kyro everything. So the whole time, you know, like that's his real shorty. Like Big Op is Kyro real shorty type shit. Like Big Op jumped off the porch at 14 doing this shit. So, you know, this shit wasn't like, this shit was like, his ass was all for it. Like, word, outside the jail, his ass coming home, he finna get out, I bet, I'm with it. And outside the jails, whatever, let's do it, you know? And Kyro, under the same act, like, let's do it. He's damn near checking with Big Op, like, you wanna do it like Big Op, like, hell yeah. Like, shit, that was Rio, best friend. You know, everybody know how Big Op feel about Rio. Rio killed his dad, but he done got back for that shit. But shit, his homie still out here. And they just did that to Greg. And whole time it's like I said, Kyro raised Big Op. Big Op knowing who raised him. So Big Op knowing like, man, dude ass embarrassed the hell out of the person who raised me and this shit. Like Dre, he embarrassed the hell out of the person who raised me. You know? So it's like, you know, it's a lot of personal vendettas going on. You know, so the whole time, a lot of people like, damn, why they just risk it that much? The whole time, they in front of the jail, y'all damn near in front of the police, and y'all risking it like that. All these factors is included to why they risking the shit. And y'all seen what happened, man. When Drake came up out that jail, he got hit 64 times. He really got hit 32 times, but they, you know, they counted all the entry and the exit wounds. So he got hit 32 times, but 32 times 2 is 64. You know, he had 64 holes in him. He got shot 32 times, but he had 64 holes, you know? So, boom. They overdid it. Don't fool them. They overdid it. Drake mama got hit. A counselor lady. Mama ain't got shit doing nothing. Counselor lady ain't got shit doing nothing. They were just, and they ass got hit, too. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and then whole time afterwards, after this shit happened, y'all seen it. God damn it. And then before this shit even happened, this shit even happened, Kyro and Dre used to be on the phone with each other, on Instagram Live with each other, talking to each other. Like, goddamn it, you would think that they was real homies, but for the people who know what they know like, man, that shit cap. You know, it's on some 051 Metal THF Zoo shit. We really want to kill each other, but we just being some players on this live type shit. You know, we top dogs in our area, so it's like we don't gotta woof and huff and holler and puff and all that shit. Everybody know what's going on. They know, you know what I'm saying? Like when you got that type of name in your area, whatever, you don't gotta do all that hollering. You know what I'm saying? Everybody already know. So Zoo and Melly was able to talk to each other like how they talk. And same with KTS, Dre, and No Limit. Like, they the top from they blocks and shit. So we can just talk. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know already what's going on. You know? So it shit even made it even more whatever. You know, when the shit finally happened, people would just be looking back at them videos like, damn, Kyro and Dre was just talking to each other. But look what Kyro, you know, allegedly, all the shot rack rumors, you see what I'm saying? You know, but look what allegedly what Kyro did to him when he saw his ass, you know what I'm saying? You know, all that talking, being smooth player, calm, cool, calm, collect shit, laughing, joking, that shit don't mean nothing. Look what happened though. Look what happened when they caught him, you know what I'm saying? You know? So, whole time, you know, after this shit happened, the shit was on the news, goddamn it, you know, the news like, yeah, 64 shots 64 times outside the jail, you know, it was crazy. And you know, Kyro started his YouTube channel off this shit. He started his YouTube channel off this shit. He went to McDonald's. His ass was over trolling. He like, man, I'm finna go play Nintendo 64, trolling off the 64 shots. Like, man, let me go in the house, man. There's a lot of angry people out here today. All the No Limit members, they trolling. Kyro playing sad music, acting like he sad about it. He damn near reminiscing on Instagram Live. Like, man, I miss Drake. I'm following him, I miss Drake. Like, man, I used to talk to him all the time. I miss him. You know, him and Big Op on live, damn near rocking out to Rio and Dre music, singing it word for word. Word for word, Kyro like, man, Dre ass cold as hell. You heard what he just said, dude? That just snap. After this shit that happened, just trolling. You know what I'm saying? And you know, whole time it's just a crazy situation. Whole time we just look at the shit like, damn, fool. Like this shit real. Shorty them, they out here. You know, like it's a whole lot of like damn that demonic shit. They just like, yeah, dude, that just snap. Knowing you the person who the reason he ain't hit them the whole time. Yeah, ain't nobody innocent on both sides. Like Dre the reason why a lot of your people ain't hit no more, and y'all the reason why him and a lot of his people ain't here no more, you know. It's just looking back at the shit like, damn, fool, you know, like they probably, you know, whatever, they probably was lit while they was doing this shit, but the whole time it's like, look at all the people dead, look at all the people in jail, but nah, man. If you let the streets merge it, all this shit alleged, but if you let the streets merge it, they gonna say, you know, without putting no names on, you ain't even gotta put Kyro and Big Op name on it, but the streets gonna definitely merge that NoLimit did that shit, Drench Gang did that shit, but the people who know what they know the specifics and shit like that, but yeah, man, Chirac rumors, man, y'all stay tapped in, we got more to come, man, you know, RP Drake, I'm feeling it, RP KTS Drake,
These are killers, man.
CT killers, right?
Y'all ain't gotta go nowhere. We finna get some McDonald for we ain't on that with y'all. Y'all good? These no limbs, man. These are no limbs. Damn, why you back there? It don't work here. Where you going? It don't work here. It don't work here. We ain't no shit with y'all, but y'all good, shorty. Shorty, y'all good. We finna get some McDonald, shorty. Right now. Say
What? Say it. Hey. Ain't no unzipping enough, shorty.
say what?
Shorty, say it. Don't be scared, little fuck. Don't be scared, little fuck.
Oh, shit. Damn, bro. He like he just broke your jaw, little fuck. What you came out turned up?
Damn, go fresh. We done. Like that, man.
I wanted some Mickey D's, bro.
Do what y'all gonna do, man. Let's go.
Hey, man, cut those KTS, man.
What up, Lil G?
What's up, little girl?
I see that they just sent me that page, but you want to do sneak this on me.
Who sneaked this?
That you in that video goofy. Hey, hold on, listen. They just said you just said that that's the only shit I'm known for. I want you to stamp it on one of your homies. I ain't trying to be disrespectful, none of that shit.
Man,
I want you to stamp it on one of your homies that you ain't never heard no. I want you to stamp it on. Listen.
I'm gonna put this on my homies on Cutthroat Gang, on the whole gang, every last one. I don't know none gangster shit, no gangster shit about you.
Why you just not like that?
I personally don't know no gangster shit.
So you ain't alright. If you ain't never,
alright. So look, check this out.
You ain't never heard no gangster shit about me and nothing at all.
No, don't do that. Stop cutting me off. You just said on live.
I want to hear. Because you just laughed.
A man named Lundre Sylvester was leaving the jail. He went by the rap name KTS Dre. He'd just been bailed out, and police say he was ambushed by two men who got out of a vehicle near the jail. Sylvester was shot as many as 64 times and pronounced dead at Mount Sinai.
Ain't no mission, bitch. Get the mission done. Put that on my phone. Squeeze it to the done. Done. Swear no word.
Yeah, that's it. Boy, I gotta play that back. Boy, they just went so crazy.
Hey, stop tweaking, bro.
Them boys just went so crazy on that shit. Then they said they were like they shit, so we gonna take it for what it's worth.
Cuz say yo ass.
What? I ain't gonna laugh for them. Different. I wish I still talk to the ops on FaceTime and shit. I missed the. I don't be talking to them no more.
When your brother died, you ain't even slide. They be lying. When my brother died, another